Hello everyone, welcome here to Musicians Edition. I'm Evan on the piano. In this video we're going to look at piano keyboards of different sizes. So for space or for simplicity or for budget, you might be looking at a keyboard that is not the standard full-size 88 keys, which looks like this one here. So the full 88 keys, we start at A, we have 7 full octaves, and we end at a high C at the top. That's the full 88 keys. So you can see them labeled here. We actually start at the 0th octave with A and then B there, and then C is the C1 that really starts the first full octave. And so you can follow those octaves, C middle, C in the middle, and we end up with C8 as the very highest note. That's our full 88 keys. So any standard acoustic or classical piano will be the full 88 keys, but you might be looking at keyboards as a cheaper option, and keyboards are often 49 or 61 keys if they're not the full 88. So they're more compact, they're easier to travel with, they're easier to fit in your room, and they are more budget-friendly options. So we're going to look at the notes to these shorter keyboards and see how it compares to the full 88. To go from the full 88 to 61, we lose 27 keys. So go ahead and take a look at this. From the 88 to the 61, you can see what the difference is. We lose those few notes of the 0th octave as well as the first octave, and then we also lose the very highest octave. So what we lose is really just the least commonly played notes, the very low lows and the very high highs. And so we'll look at this on the sheet as well too in a bit, but really this comprises still pretty much all the notes we typically play on piano. So we're not missing a whole lot, just some of those uncommon notes. If we're doing maybe octaves with the left hand going really low, then we might hit a snag of missing some of those notes. But we very rarely play the super, super highs or the very, very lows. So we're not missing too much here. We still get that great middle chunk with the full 61 here. And take it down one more notch from 61 to 49. It's another 12 lost notes, which is 1 octave. So this is that 1 octave we're going to lose. We're going to miss that highest octave that is still there from C6 to C7. So that one's going to get dropped, and so you can see we're centered around middle C, and we get the 2 below and the 2 above now. So all three together here, you can see 88 to 61 to 49, and see the differences there, all centered around middle C. So 88, everything, including the notes we kind of rarely play. 61, a great, good chunk comprising all the notes. We're typically going to be good playing just about every song. And then we go down to 49, you can see if we're playing more advanced songs with left and right hand working together doing a lot of things, we're likely going to hit a snag. So I'd say 61, great for beginner through intermediates, really just once you get maybe towards more advanced or certain kinds of songs that you'll see you're missing some notes for, but generally everything you'll be good for. For 49, you're looking at more of a beginner level range. Once you really do start to expand and play those octaves with the left, do more with the right, you're going to find yourself hitting the snag of not being able to play all the notes you might want to in a song. But to help you further with that decision, let's go ahead and look at the grand staff so you can be looking at sheet music and see what will be achievable for you. So this is the full 88 keys with the sheet. And if you are familiar with reading music, you can see those really low lows, those really high highs, you're really pushing those ledger lines very far. And we very rarely read that far into the ledger lines of going that far away from middle C, really. So it's rare cases that you'll ever actually even use the full 88 keys, but of course they're there for when you need them. So that is the full range of 88, a ridiculous amount of notes when you see it all together. And really, if you're familiar with the staff, you know we focus more just on the grand staff and a few ledger lines. And so let's look at the 61, and that's more of what you're getting here. So you, of course, get the full grand staff, and you still get a few ledger lines on each side. And so you look at this and you see this is more like what we typically play at like an intermediate level of piano. We go into the ledger lines, not too deep into them, but this is about what we'll usually play at like intermediate level pieces. Of course, just depending on the piece though, but this covers a whole lot of notes still. And our last one, let's look at the 49. So the 49, we still get all of the grand staff, but we just get 2 ledger lines on each side, the high and the low there. So that's the difference that we're looking at there. So just really the amount of ledger lines you get. So let's look at the full comparison of 88 to 61 to 49. And this is everything on the grand staff that you would be able to play. So if you're thinking about a 49 and you already have some songs in mind you want to play, look at the sheets and just make sure it fits on this section that you see here. If you see it pushing too far into the ledger lines, those notes above or below the grand staff, then you know a 49 might not be the best option for you. But beginner level pieces, really anything you're going to do as a beginner for the first maybe year or so of piano, you'll be largely good with a 49. But I'd say you'd be looking to upgrade maybe around that year mark if you do stick with it consistently and you start to get into more intermediate pieces where you're spreading your hands out and doing more around the keyboard. So that is our full comparison of all of them there. One trick that's usually on these keyboards that can help you, so you don't have to fully give up if you do see a song that's on a 49 and it pushes a bit outside. Most keyboards do have an octave up or an octave down button on them, and so it lets you shift, really transpose the entire keyboard up or down one octave. So if you're on a 49 where you're missing, octaves on each side, you can transpose the entire keyboard down an octave, or you can transpose the entire keyboard up an octave. And so if you do have some notes that are too high past your range, you can do the whole shift up, and then just remember to recenter yourself on the piano and have it align with the sheet, because it will change where middle C is when it does that. But if you do have a piece that has those high highs you can't reach, you can do the whole transpose up. Low lows you can't reach, you can do the whole transpose down. It only becomes an issue when there's high highs you can't reach and low lows you can't reach. Then you just need to expand your keyboard in general. And when you do find yourself getting to that point with a good amount of songs or ones you really want to learn, then you know it's time to upgrade. But for me, I started on a 49 key keyboard. It got me by for the first year, maybe couple years, and then I was starting to get more into songs that had me doing transposing up because I wasn't getting all the notes, or more where it's just I needed a bigger range. So I really say 49 is good for beginners, 61 is a great intermediate, even a good amount of advanced pieces that you'll be good for, and really just the full 88 when you're ready and fully committed to that piano is totally fine as a way to approach it here. I started on a budget in a dorm room, and so it wasn't the easiest for me to have all the keys, and so especially if you travel around with it, it can be really inconvenient unless you have one that folds up. But those smaller ones, you can get the job done. You can still learn piano and learn all those songs. And I hope this video helped you understand your range and what you can do with those smaller keyboards. Let's look at that full comparison one more time. All the notes on 88, 61, and 49 right there. That is all the notes you can play on each one of those pianos. And our last comparison was the sheets. So one more time, 88 to 61 to 49, there's all the notes you can play on the sheet with each of those keyboards. And one more thing, if you do find yourself not being able to play certain notes that are outside of your range, if the transpose isn't on your keyboard or doesn't make sense to you, you can always just play the notes an octave lower or higher, whatever works for your keyboard, because you really are still playing the same notes. It'll sound a little bit different, but you're not outside of the key. You're not really playing anything wrong that's not going to fit the song. So that is another option. If you're having to extend outside your range, try the transpose or just play those notes an octave lower or higher to fit on your keyboard. So I hope that helps. For those looking at these shorter keyboards, have fun playing, and we will see you next time.